And now for our next news special report.
Tonight we're tackling a story that's setting the internet ablaze. Elon Musk, the maverick entrepreneur, is at the center of a storm that's shaking the very foundations of free speech and corporate America. It's a showdown that pits the billionaire against the titans of industry and the political elite. Musk's battle for Twitter isn't just about a social media platform. It's a fight for the soul of our republic. From his explosive comments to CEOs like Disney's Bob Iger to his unflinching stance on political endorsements for the 2024 election, Musk is rewriting the rulebook. This is not just news. It's a defining moment in our nation's history. Now stay with us as we uncover the layers of this gripping saga, and trust me, you don't want to miss our final thought. It's going to put everything clearly into perspective. Now before we dive deeper into our special report on Elon Musk, we do need to talk about something crucial. Just like how Musk is cutting through the noise and clutter in the social media world, it's essential to cut through what holds us back in life. I'm talking about excess belly fat. Go back a couple months and you can see I had quite a bit. Now, I've lost quite a bit of weight, 80 pounds. I feel great. And I have to give some credit where credit is due. Excess belly fat is like the unwanted noise in our health, linked to numerous issues and putting pressure on our vital organs. And that's why I, along with many others, are turning to this remarkable new supplement. It's engineered with science-backed ingredients to help manage weight, reduce cravings, and boost metabolism. And here is the best part, a 51% discount for the rest of the month or until stocks last. Don't wait, visit trimwithgary.com. That's trimwithgary.com. Now, Elon Musk, a name synonymous with innovation and controversy, has recently taken center stage in a dramatic saga that's more than just a corporate squabble or a fleeting news cycle. This story touches the core of what we hold dear in our republic, the freedom of speech. Musk, the visionary behind groundbreaking ventures like SpaceX and Tesla, has now turned his attention to a new challenge, defending free speech on Twitter, now known as X, against groups like the ADL and Media Matters. Now, these organizations have long been campaigning to pressure advertisers to abandon Twitter, but Musk is standing his ground. This is not just about business, it's about the fundamental right to speak freely, a right enshrined in our Constitution and the bedrock of our nation. In a bold move that's captured the attention of the world, Musk recently responded to a tweet highlighting the hypocrisy of certain Jewish nonprofit groups like the ADL. His response, "You've said the actual truth." That's what it was. And it wasn't an indictment of an entire demographic, but a specific critique of those who push anti-white rhetoric and strive to censor free speech in America. This distinction is crucial. Musk's words are not an attack on a community, but a defense of a principle. The drama escalated when CNBC questioned Musk about advertisers like Disney pulling out of Twitter. Musk's response was as unfiltered as it was clear. In a room with the ex-CEO present, Musk said to Disney CEO Bob Iger and others, "Go F yourself." This wasn't just a moment of shock value. It was a statement of principle. Musk is not a man to be blackmailed by money or advertising. Here's the moment.
Now, obviously, you know that there's a public perception that, and you're clarifying this now, but there's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
But
go f*** yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel. Don't advertise.
How do you think then about the economics of X? If part of the underlying model, at least today, and maybe it needs to shift, maybe the answer is it needs to shift away from advertising. If you believe that this is the one part of your business where you will be beholden to those who have this view, what do you do?
F-Y.
I understand that, but there's a reality too. right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda
no,
Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do, it's going to kill the company.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh yeah.
They're going to say,
tell it to Earth.
But they're going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things, and that they were inappropriate things, and that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
Musk's stance is reminiscent of a reverse Tony Stark, a real-life Iron Man who's not afraid to stand against the current. His message is clear. He values the principles of free speech and open dialogue over profits and advertiser appeasement. This is a refreshing departure from the usual corporate narrative where profits often trump principles. In that DealBook 2023 event, Bob Iger of Disney expressed his discomfort with Musk's position, stating that the association with Musk and Twitter was not positive for Disney. This highlights a growing divide between corporate America and the champions of free speech. Companies like Disney are making decisions not based on the value of the platform, but on the perceived political and social stances of its leaders. Turning to politics, Elon Musk gave a revealing insight into his thoughts on the upcoming 2024 presidential race. When prodded about his political leanings and potential endorsements, Musk made it clear that he would not vote for Joe Biden. His hesitation to endorse Donald Trump, however, speaks volumes. Musk is not blindly partisan. His views are nuanced and not easily categorized. Let's watch that moment now.
You've devoted at least the last close to 20 years of your life, if not more, to the climate change, trying to get Tesla off the ground, in part to improve climate. You've talked about that.
Yeah, a real right-wing motive.
Repeatedly.
God, far right, if anything.
I understand that. And then it's
right. Reverse psychology next level.
Well, no, but so here's then the question, which is how do you square the support that you have given? I believe you were at a fundraiser for Vivek Ramaswamy, for example, who says that the climate issue is a hoax, right?
Yeah, I disagree with him on that.
But I would think that would be such a singular issue for you. I would think that the climate issue would be such a singular issue for you that actually it would disqualify almost anybody who didn't take that issue seriously.
Well, I haven't endorsed anyone for president. I mean, I wanted to hear what Vivek had to say because I think some of his things some of the things he says I think are pretty solid. He's concerned about government overreach, about government control of information. The degree to which old Twitter was basically a sock puppet of the government was ridiculous. It seems to me that there's a very severe violation of the First Amendment in terms of how much government control, how much control the government had over old Twitter, and it no longer does. So there's a reason for the First Amendment. The reason for the First Amendment for freedom of speech is because the people that immigrated to this country came from places where there was not freedom of speech, and they were like, you know what, we got to make sure that that's constitutional, because where they came from, if they said something, they'd be put in prison, or there'd be, something bad would happen to them. So, and freedom of speech, you have to say, when is it relevant? It's only relevant when someone you don't like can say something you don't like, or it has no meaning. And as soon as you sort of, throw in the towel and concede to censorship, it is only a matter of time before someone censors you. And that is why we have the First Amendment.
Could you see yourself voting for President Biden? If it's a Biden-Trump election, for example?
I think I would not vote for Biden.
You'd vote for Trump?
I'm not saying I'd vote for Trump, but I mean, this is definitely a difficult choice here. You know.
Would you vote for Nikki Haley? Nikki Haley, by the way, wants all social media names to be exposed, as you know.
No, I think that's outrageous. Yeah, no, I'm not going to vote for some pro-censorship candidate.
So in a striking comment, Musk rejected the idea of voting for Nikki Haley, a candidate known for her stance on revealing social media users' real names. Musk's dismissal of Haley as a pro-censorship candidate underscores his commitment to preserving the anonymity and freedom of speech on social media platforms. Musk's journey with Twitter is not just a business endeavor, it's a crusade for the First Amendment. He rightly notes that the reason for the First Amendment is the lack of freedom of speech in the countries from which America's founders immigrated. In Musk's view, freedom of speech is only relevant when it protects speech we might not like. This is a crucial point often lost in today's politically charged environment. Musk's challenge to the status quo extends beyond Twitter. He confronts a culture of censorship and control that's been creeping into the digital world. His ownership of Twitter and his stance on free speech are a direct challenge to those who wish to control and manipulate public discourse. His comments on government overreach and the regulation of speech hit the nail on the head. He points out the dangers of a government-controlled narrative, something he accuses the old Twitter of being a part of. His vision for Twitter is a platform that's free from government manipulation, a place where free speech can thrive. The advertiser boycott, led by companies like Disney, Paramount, and others, is a testament to the power of Musk's stance. His unapologetic response to these companies is not just about Twitter's economic model, but about standing up against what he perceives as blackmail. Musk's refusal to be swayed by financial pressure is a rare display of principled leadership in the corporate world. As we near the end of this report, let's remember Musk's words at the DealBook Summit. When asked about the economic impact of losing advertisers, Musk remained steadfast, stating, "It's going to kill the company." In his determination to document the role of these advertisers and the potential downfall of Twitter is a bold move, laying the responsibility squarely at their feet. Musk's journey with Twitter is a microcosm of the larger battle for free speech in America. His actions and words are a clarion call to those who value the First Amendment and the principles upon which our republic was built. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. It's crucial in these times to stay informed and engaged with the issues that shape our nation. So what we've witnessed with Elon Musk and Twitter is more than just corporate drama. It's a defining moment for free speech in America. Musk's stand against groups like the ADL and Media Matters and his unflinching response to corporate giants like Disney signals a turning point. This is not about one man's opinion or a business strategy. It's about the core values of our republic. Musk's actions remind us that the First Amendment is not just a legal right, but a cornerstone of American identity, a right granted to us from our Creator. His willingness to put principles over profits to risk backlash for the sake of upholding free speech is a rare example of leadership with conviction. And this story matters to every American who values freedom of expression. It's a call to remember the principles that our nation was built upon and recognize the individuals who stand up for these ideals. In a world where corporate interests often overshadow fundamental rights, Musk's stand is a beacon of hope for the preservation of our freedoms.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.